The following program is created for entertainment purposes only. The content thereof is parody and satire, which is purely fictional and should not be taken as factual. Any similarities to real life events, people, or organizations is purely coincidental and not to be taken as literal interpretation. It is not meant to defame or infringe upon the rights and reputation of any person living or deceased, nor entities in existence, nor have ever existed. This program is intended for mature audiences. It contains profanity and the discussion of topics not suitable for viewers of all ages. Viewer discretion is advised. All right. We're going to make some sensual chocolate today on the Tommy Stiggs Hour. As you can see, I gently, with love, place that chocolate in every crevice. Little by little, I cover it lovingly. I can just taste the delicate and beautiful chocolate reeling through my mouth and into my pores. It's an experience you'll never forget.
Awesome. I need that for a commercial.
There is your clip, Osada. That is gonna sell it right there. All right, what's up, everybody? Sorry for the long ass intro, but there was no thumbnail, just a spontaneous show. What's going on, SBK? How are you, Don? What's happening, Stiggs? Good morning, sir. Yeah, so I am on my way to an appointment, and I'm probably gonna hit rush hour, or the end of rush hour. So I figured, why not share the misery with everybody. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you again to all our veterans and current service members. It was a good weekend. I don't know. It's as good as it could have been anyways. What was it? Was it Friday or Saturday morning? And this has brought up a big topic. And if Ilshada's listening, he's probably going to start getting all pissed off again. But I picked up Thindu because I was bored. I had nothing going on. Everybody was sleeping. And we went to a flea market. Wasn't very busy because the weather was shitty. But we bopped around and had some fun. Thindu bought half the flea market. And I just bought a couple T-shirts. But no, it was good. We got out for a few hours, and that's about it. Yesterday, or what was it? Sunday, went over to one of our relatives for like a indoor-outdoor cookout, I guess, if you want to call it, because the weather was rainy and not rainy, and then sunny, and just typical Buffalo weather. And then yesterday, went to Home Depot and got some mulch for the yard, and my son cut the grass and did all his thing there, helped us out, and just hung out, man. It was nice. Yesterday was beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful here outside. I don't think I've spent that much time outside in forever. Now, even though I'm medically out of work, I still got to, I wasn't pissed off all day. I didn't have to sleep, and be, and miss the whole holiday. So it was just good. It was nice. And I don't know. Now it's all back to the grind. Kids are back in school today. All the appointments start all over again, and here we go. I hate that word. It's called a barbecue. You don't like cookout? Is that what I said? A cookout? Well, it really wasn't a barbecue though, SBK. I guess it's how, I don't know. We didn't barbecue. We didn't barbecue any meat or anything like that. I think where we went, my wife's godmother's house. She had something in the crock pot for the day because she didn't want to use the grill. It was shitty out. Thindu blended in the flea market. He sure did. And the best part about it is he knew once we got outside, well, even inside, he knew all the people there. He said he hasn't been there in years, but yet, he caught up with everybody right away. And we were going to actually go live from there, but I don't know. The one guy who he bought all the banners and stuff off of, he was all for it. He goes, "Oh, I would love the advertisement." I think the guy would get a big kick out of that. I get a pass. All right, no problem. Don, I did send you the link in the email if you're interested in coming up. It's up to you. But yeah, so this week is all loaded up. Appointments, violin lessons, tutoring, what else? Haircuts, you know. So just back to the grind. It was a nice weekend. Now it's back full throttle again, or at least as much as I can do anyway. Um, but yeah, so I'm just glad the lawn and the mulching and everything got done. I don't know, stupid as that sounds. I don't know. I guess adult goals or whatever. But SBK, how you been, man? I see you pop in and out of here and there. Um, Hope everything's all right with you. I don't know. You're pretty sporadic. You're in for 3, 4, 5 days, and then I don't see you for a month. Oh, Don,
Yo,
what's up?
nothing. I was just falling asleep.
Was I putting you to sleep already?
No, I was falling asleep and the phone buzzed.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Are you still at work? You falling asleep at your desk?
No, I'm at home. It's 10 o'clock here. 10 o'clock at
Oh,
night
all
here.
right. I always forget the time difference.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
assuming you didn't have a long weekend, right? You were working
nah.
yesterday.
Yeah, normal weekend for me.
Yeah. Well, it's his American holiday, so
You had your Remembrance Day yesterday, correct?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we had ours on April the 25th.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Oh, wow! I can't believe I left this out. I think I said this when I was on James' show. That was great going on James' show yesterday. I believe it was yesterday morning.
Mm.
I don't know if you missed that, but that was a classic exchange between all of us. Anyway,
Now I've got to
um,
go watch it.
yeah, it was pretty funny. Anyway,
Mm.
I had the pleasure of driving with my son for the first time on his permit yesterday, or no, 2 days ago.
How,
Sorry.
how was it?
Let's say I haven't been that scared in a while. It
I
takes a lot to rattle me, like you know what I mean. Like, but
Yes, yes.
I was fucking shitting my pants. I got
The first,
what did I say? I got whiplash and what was the other thing? I don't know. All in one. It was bad.
wow.
He's telling me because I picked him up from my parents earlier in the
Mm,
morning, and he's telling me because he's driven with my wife a few times. You know what I mean? I just haven't had the time to get him out. And
yeah.
he goes to me. He's like, oh, all I got to do is work on parallel parking. I'm like, oh yeah, really? And then
Mm,
sure enough, we let him drive to our relative's house. That was not, I don't know, 2 miles away. I was shitting my pants.
yeah. The first time my son, I was actually holding the handbrake.
Oh, really? That's a good idea.
Yeah, holding the handbrake just in case I had to slam it on in for an emergency.
Yeah, that's right, SBK. I'll tell you, man. I'm gonna have to take like a tranquilizer next time I take him out. Holy
Mm,
fuck. Well, it's like I'm trying to tell him, everything gradual. Like gradually step on the brake as you're coming up to the stop sign. Gradually hit the gas pedal when you fucking accelerate. I mean,
they got no sense of feel, have they?
oh, I mean my wife's little car, it's like a Jeep Compass or whatever. It's a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
I could run faster than it on a bad leg. And he still spun the fucking tires from the stop sign. So yeah. So
Nah.
I'm like, you gotta stop. I'm like, you gotta chill out. Like, what do you, I don't know.
Mm,
But
yeah, I've got the logbook method for my son, which is 75 hours of driving plus 15 hours of night driving.
Oh wow.
And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot when you do like 45 minutes an hour a weekend. Takes a long time.
Right.
So I've got him driving pretty well now. I said to him, in your holidays, when you have mid to break, whatever, I'll organise a driving instructor to teach you how to do parallel parking, reverse parking, and uphill starts and whatever.
What's up, ALV? Arlene, how are you? We're just doing
Good morning, everyone.
a quick random live while I'm driving to one of my appointments here. What was I going to say? So we're trying to get him enrolled in driver's ed, you know?
Yeah.
So my wife keeps waiting for the place to, she's waiting for him waiting for this program to open up to sign up. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like $950 for driver's ed.
For how long?
Well, I don't know how long it is. I don't know how long of a program it is. It's probably for the summer, I would assume, but
Okay.
$950. I'm gonna have to get a ski mask and go fucking do some things.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, Todd Father. Here, they charge, I got him to do the first hour and a half with a driving instructor, and that cost me $180.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it's a lot of money, but I think it's worth it for my nerves and for my mental well being. So
Um, the best way to do it is do what I do. When I say to him, come on, let's go driving, and if it's a nice day, I say to them, let's head towards the beach foreshore. And there's always a caravan there parked that sells cinnamon donuts. And just to break up the monotony and all that, I just say, oh, let's pull out and grab some donuts and make a day out of it.
yeah, no, I know, and he's still in school and everything, so there's not a ton of time with all his stuff that he's involved in with school that I can get him out.
Mm.
So, at some point soon, obviously I'll spend more time with him. His I don't believe his high school offers it ALV, so she's looking at a different high school that's not far from us for him to get the driver's ed anyways.
Oh, do they offer it in high school there, do they?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, well, here it's all private.
So I was born in November, so I started school like some say I should have started the year after. You know what I mean? Like I was over the limit or
Yeah.
whatever. So I was always like one of the youngest in my grade. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, so I remember in high school I had my license, but I couldn't legally drive after 9 o'clock. Okay, I graduated high school. I was 17 years old, going into college in September, but I still couldn't. Okay, I could go to college and pay for college, but I can't drive after 9 legally.
Okay.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that messed up?
Well, here they passed the legislation because too many young kids were dying in car accidents. And there's two, you're on your P plate, which is probation 1 and probation 2, 1 year in each. Probation 1 is you can only drive with one relative in the car and you can't drive after midnight.
Okay.
On probation 2, you can have more people in the car, relatives and family, and you can drive after midnight.
There you go. It's so I want to get him better and better because I might need him for some of my, or I'm going to need him for my gigs either way, but I can make him drive home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially post surgery.
same here.
That's because, so yeah, ALV, that's not a bad idea. But I can only imagine what the insurance would cost every year to do something like that. But it's not a bad idea if you have the
Mm.
patience. You know, if you have the patience and go for it. You never know. We might be onto something, ALV. There you go. That's how things get started. Just brainstorming.
It's got to convert your vehicle to a dual accelerator and brake pedal system.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got to get your own brake pedal and steering wheel. Yeah, you probably got to custom buy the car.
Yeah. I never knew that. When I first went with a driving instructor, I never knew he had an accelerator and a brake pedal on his side. And once I forgot to accelerate a bit harder, and all of a sudden I felt the car accelerate. I thought, what the hell is going on? I looked at him and he goes, yeah, I've got one on my side too.
Yeah, nice. Well, that's
Yeah.
ALB. Maybe you should just do it like part time to see if you can even if you like it, and then maybe go fire on it afterwards. You never know. You never know. ALV,
I'm just
the
going to drop
driver.
off for a sec. I got a call.
What's that? Oh, he's got a call. Osada, you gonna fucking say anything or
What up?
what's up?
How you doing? When I
What?
started first driving, the first time my first driving experience, I was working at the bowling alley. I was only 14, and my dad picked me up in the middle of the night. What's that echo?
I don't hear any echo, sir.
And and he taught me how to drive, and I drove and got my permit, did driver's ed at school, got my permit, everything was fine. Then the first time my mom got in the car with me, I've already had my permit for months. We go to take my best friend home. He's in the passenger seat. My mom's behind me. We don't get 5 minutes down the road, and I get hit in the back of the head by my mom. Smacks me right across the back of the head for like going around a car. I don't remember what the situation was. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you can get the fuck out. So I much prefer
Wow.
my dad teaching me than my mom. Osada is a man of few words. Yes, I am. AOV. Until we
So
get started on the markets. So what?
so my parents always drove like these big boat cars, like Cadillacs, Buicks, like big cars, like So when my sister was 16, I was 8 years old, and she had just gotten her permit or whatever, and they wanted to go to the mall. Now the mall was probably 5-6 minutes from where I grew up. So she wanted to she wanted to drive everybody, her friends and my brother and his friends. So there was like six of us in the car in this big ass Cadillac. And well, she didn't. She made a left hand turn in oncoming traffic, and we got smashed.
Oh
Like,
shit.
like it was bad. It was a bad accident. But thank God we had this big rig we were driving. You know what I mean? But I remember I had the lap belt on in the middle of the front seat. I was next to her and my mom, in between her and my mother, and I hit the radio with my head. Now I had like
Oh
two
shit.
bumps on my head from the fucking radio knobs.
That's
So,
hilarious.
but my mom got a little bit hurt. My sister got a little banged up. Everybody in the back was okay. The lady in the other car was pretty messed up, man. Like I don't know, but ever since then, my mother would not drive unless we had like she didn't drive with my brother. She didn't drive with me unless we had our licenses. So, um,
Yeah, no, that's dangerous.
so
That's
yeah,
funny
so
shit.
um, so
What
yeah,
kind of
she
radio
never
was it?
really. She was done. My mother was done. That was it for her. So
Do you remember what kind of radio it was?
it was the stock Cadillac radio.
That's funny shit. I was
Yeah.
telling you like Pioneer or
No, it wasn't nothing
110 or
like that. No, it was the stock. It was the stock cassette player that Cadillac had at the time with the two big knobs. One was the volume. One was the you adjust the radio station with. The
how
analog,
long
whatever you want to call it.
how
And
long
The
did you
eight
have the
track,
bumps for?
the eight
what's up,
tracker.
James?
Hey James. How long did you have those bumps for?
Sorry.
How long did you have the bumps for on your head?
Oh, I don't know. They went away fast. I don't know, a couple weeks maybe, if that. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't have like two fucking horns growing off my head or nothing. I felt them. You know what I mean?
Well, I had a kid's teeth marks on my forehead for a couple weeks,
A
and he
what?
was shorter than a kid's teeth mark. His teeth. his teeth marks were on my forehead for like 2 weeks, and he was shorter than me, like way shorter than me. He was playing
Did he
second
bite?
base. He was playing second base, and I was playing first base. It was like it was an elementary school, and like the teacher took us out to play like fucking some softball or some shit, and we chased the ball down between each other. I tripped, and we fucking hit so hard, and his teeth went into my forehead, and
Yikes.
he lost a tooth. Yeah, and the marks were in my head for like
Uh,
2 weeks.
you must have a hard head, Osada.
What's up, Gianni? Michael, how are you? Who am I missing here? James. What's up, James? I hope I didn't miss anybody else again, guys. I'm on the thruway, so I'm not totally looking at the chat. So
What's traffic look like?
it's actually not bad today. Maybe people are still on vacation or on a long weekend. I don't know. But I took a different way to get onto the thruway that I surpassed probably half of what I normally do. So, but no, it's not bad at all. I haven't gotten stopped once. So I'm cruising at 62 right now, and that's about it.
Nice.
So, yeah, in New York, like in a lot of the sections, it's only 55. So, um, can't really speed too much anyway. Real nice. I feel like I'm losing my voice. But yeah, so yeah, that was I remember it was 2 days before I turned 16, and we went to. I don't know if you guys used to have like Phase. Do you remember Phase drugstore?
No,
Did you ever have those in your area? They wound up turning into Rite Aid long after Eckerd's and stuff like that.
I know Rite Aid, but never had Phase.
Yeah, so Phase was before before Eckerd's, which was before Rite Aid, at least around us, anyways. And I just completely went the wrong way. Holy fuck! I feel like I just took the way to my parents' house. What an idiot. Anyway, I'll just get off somewhere. I'll just take a longer ass way, I guess. Fuck it. Um. So we went to the store for something or whatever, and my dad's like, you're turning 16 in a few days, right?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Here, drive home." So I like illegally drove at 15 years old, uh, before I got my permit.
Yep.
But I drove like we used to. Me and my cousin used to. His, my godfather used to own a trucking company, and so back in the yard back there where all the dirt piles and stone piles were and shit like that. We used to drive back there all the time, so I knew what I was doing for the most part. Just never really in traffic. You know what I mean?
Well, for
So
me, I was in the middle of the night, so I was so nervous. I was only 14, and I come out. I worked at the bowling alley, and it's like fucking 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I come outside, and my dad is in the passenger seat of the car. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing in the passenger seat? And he's like, get in, you're driving. I'm like, what? I was so fucking scared. But then I got comfortable. I started speeding halfway home. He said, like, slow down.
drove home 14.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
14. But it was like, this is the middle of the night. But I'll never forget that. And I seen him in the passenger seat because he didn't tell me. I just seen him. I was like, what the fuck is he doing in the passenger seat? He's like, you're driving. I'm like, what? Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I might have
Yeah,
been
but
15.
we all used to do it when we were young. Back in those days, you can get away with murder, not nowadays.
Well, I was saying this a few weeks ago. Oh, sorry. My kids, that was Tommy on Facebook. My kids didn't want to get their license right away. I couldn't wait to start driving. My kids could care less. They didn't get their licenses until they were like 18 and 19.
Yeah, like I said, the one guy I work with, his son's like in college, like second year of college or whatever. He doesn't even have his permit. He has no interest in driving whatsoever.
And
None.
I'm perfectly fine with that because the way that, like Don was saying, how crazy it is out there now, I think 18 is a more reasonable age. A 16-year-old that has to navigate those maniacs that have no regard for people's lives, and then the police aren't going to do nothing about it. The 16-year-olds don't need to be out there driving unsupervised. It's too dangerous.
Well,
It's true.
some states, I think it's 15, right? Down like in Georgia or
Oh, it might
Florida or
be,
something like
yeah.
that. I think it's 15.
Yeah, it might be. And I mean, to make decisions on the road. If everybody's, driving normal, it's
Too
one thing.
young.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's scary out there right now.
He starts
15's too young.
he starts the fucking car up, right?
Hmm.
Bluetooth or whatever, or the Apple Play or whatever the fuck it is, immediately starts with his mumble rap bullshit, right?
Right?
I said, turn this off. You know what I mean? No, I want to have it when I'm driving. Put something on that we all fucking want then. You know what I mean? Remember
That's
that movie? Osada, you remember that movie Iron Eagle? I think it was
I
called.
I was just thinking the same thing.
That dude's got to
Yeah,
play music when he's in a fucking jet fight against enemy jets or
yeah,
fighter jets. What the
yeah,
fuck?
yeah. That shit was
Hey,
awesome. Doug
Gerard, how are
Masters.
you?
His
Gerard,
name was
what's up?
Doug Masters and Chappie Sinclair
That's
were the
right,
two.
Chappie. Yeah, good old Chappie. Fucking
Yeah.
Chappie. They thought they lost
Chappie.
Chappie over the whatever ocean it was.
Yep, that was a great movie.
What did you just say?
That was a great movie. Iron Eagle. I
I
love
used to
that movie.
love that movie. I did. I was I was a little young. Wow, that was 80. I think that
Well,
was
that
an
was
80s movie, right? There's a
yeah,
couple of
that was Top Gun before Top Gun came out. That was like the Top
them.
Gun of its
Oh,
time. It was awesome. That was a great movie.
Top Gun drowned it out, huh?
It did, yeah. Once Top Gun came out, it was like then that movie kind of became a joke. If you go back and watch like the scenes when they blow up, when they're on the runway and they shoot that bomb and shit. It's pretty bad graphics, but what a great movie.
It
They're
was.
like they're
They went
they're
and
like
saved his. They went and saved his dad, and
yeah. Remember when the mom goes 3 days? They're gonna hang him in 3 days. It's all fucking dramatic and shit. That was a great movie, man. Just the whole idea about going to rescue your dad who was captive and shit.
yeah. But then you got to bring your Sony Walkman and play fucking rock music to do it.
Yeah, but what great music though. Who was it? It was like fucking Motley Crue or somebody that
I don't
I
know.
can't remember what song it was, but
I don't know, but I'm gonna have to find that soundtrack and play it on my way into work from now on.
yeah, that was awesome. That's my favorite era of movies was in the 80s, mid 80s. I think that was
Yeah.
probably like 84, maybe 85.
Now I'm gonna have to. Now when I'm battling insomnia, I'm gonna have to try to look up Iron Eagle. There's a couple. I think they made a couple more or one more, right?
Yep. Yeah, they made one more, but I think it was horrible. I don't think I watched like half of it.
Right.
What's funny though is that yeah, Chappie made it wanted him to turn that music off, but then when they were drawing up the plans to go do the bombing, Chappie was playing music and dancing. Remember on the jukebox?
That's
He
right.
was yeah. So,
Then he said. Then Chappie made him a tape just in case he got blown up.
yeah, he's like yeah. They just if you're listening to this tape, something really bad must have happened. And I
Yeah,
know you're
if you're
really
listening
scared
to this,
right
I'm in
now.
1 billion fucking pieces over the ocean right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great. Maybe Tommy and AOV and I should do a thing on that because they probably don't know that movie half as good as they know Goodfellas.
So why does the Tommy and ALV got to be a part of it? Am I like not a part of the?
Your
It
tongue
was their no,
change.
it was Tommy's idea to
Wow.
start with. Yeah, so he's the one that I don't necessarily even want to be. I told him I don't want to do it now because why would I want to subject myself to trying to put input about the movie that those guys know everything about, even like, the backstory of the characters and the real people. You know what I mean? Like they know everything. There's
Well,
no reason
maybe
for me to even say nothing.
I mean maybe ALV. I mean the way he did The Godfather, the way he like structured the whole show or shows or series, if you want to call it. Like maybe if he did something like that, I think I think he could do it. You know, he's got experience doing it a certain way. Is all. You know what I mean?
No, I know, but I'm saying those guys would be great at it. But why you don't need me because I have nothing to input to that. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But to hear me talk about Goodfellas when I'm with AOV and Tommy, like who would want to hear my input? Like I have nothing to add. Those guys already know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they know everything about that movie that you could possibly know, including like the real characters. So why they want me involved in it, I have no idea. So
Well,
you
because
got you.
at one point you had a channel that you wanted to do good on and provide content, but you just kind of threw that in the toilet. So,
Yeah, but I never wanted to do movies. I just wanted to do chocolate, and then it turned into politics. So I got rid of it.
well, whatever. I'm sure somebody will do it at some point. No big deal.
Do what?
Well, no, I mean, we've all talked about the favorite mob movies. Which one's the best one? What's your favorite? What's the top five? Everybody around YouTube, discusses it. Just be another show about it. But again, there's stuff like when they did The Godfather, when those guys did The Godfather, even when I came up on panel just to be like I guess a guest on it or whatever, like I learned a lot. Like there's so much shit I didn't know or see or realize in that movie until they, did that breakdown of everything. You know what I
Right,
mean?
and that's what it would be with this. I would learn a lot. So
And
it would.
to be honest, Osada, I mean, if you watch the Godfather movie, even though that you're against it, you don't want to or whatever, and then go watch ALV's like breakdown of it, it's incredible. It really is.
Oh no, I know I'm sure it is, but I tried to watch it again not too long ago, and I fell asleep within 5 minutes. So I don't know what it is about that movie, but I'm just that way. And it's funny because I heard Tommy say something yesterday about a movie that I love. I can't remember what it is right offhand. And so it just goes and it's like what works for some doesn't work for others. And even though we might have common ground with the Goodfellas, certain movies are too, like, okay, we have common ground with the Goodfellas, but if it was like a conspiratorial type movie, I might lose you guys. Like if it got real deep, like the Zeitgeist. Have you guys ever seen Zeitgeist, the documentary? One of my favorite. I'll sit down and watch that fucking thing right now. It's like 3 hours long. And you guys probably couldn't stand it for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So it's just
Well,
everything's not for everybody. But we just find common ground in certain things.
I
But,
The only mob movie that I could not sit through is the John Travolta Gotti movie. I could not. I tried. I think I tried like twice, and I just couldn't do it. He just couldn't. He didn't sell it for me, even though I hear it's like when Angel talks about it, it's about she says it's the most accurate with everything, but it's just awful to try to watch. I don't know. I feel bad saying it, but it is. It's bad.
he's he's not made for those parts.
No, no, and don't get me wrong. Like I think Travolta plays a lot of other parts perfect. You know what I mean? He's great, but it's not that. I think they could have did a little better with that.
and it's
So
crazy too because growing up, like the mob, hearing about the mob and the mafia, it was basically just like make believe over here on the West Coast. It wasn't real. You know what I mean? Not like you guys. Like you guys really grew up in that kind of stuff, so you knew it was. I didn't. That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with Goodfellas because I watched it in '92, so I was like 20, 19 or 20, and I realized I was like, man, this is real shit. I just fucking fell in love with that movie. I couldn't get enough of it. So I don't know. It's interesting. Interesting
yeah,
topic.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. It's but you can watch them all day long. Sometimes channel will be playing The Godfather all day long, or on certain holidays, I think they play The Godfather all day long, or all weekend long, I should say. Um, but like I said, now everything's at your fingertips. You know what I mean? You just type in or uh, you type in or hit the voice button, say, "Hey, play Godfather 1, play Godfather, play Goodfellas," and boom, it pops up. Or you can rent it.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Hey,
can't tell you the
Asada,
last time I watched. Huh? What,
did
John?
you ever watch the movie or the series called Roots?
No. Was that is that about the slaves and stuff?
Yeah,
No, definitely heard about it. Definitely heard references to it, but never watched it. No.
it was a great series back in the days.
No, I don't watch any TV, any movies. I don't. I am gonna go see a movie on Friday if I can manage it, or at least this weekend. I want to see it. The Karate Kid Legends movie. But
What
yeah,
movie?
that's about it. The new
Oh, with Jackie
Karate.
Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio. It's the continuation of Karate Kid. They're going to do like a spin-off of after this, but this is like a story of Mr. Miyagi had a brother, I believe, which is ends up being Jackie Chan, or Jackie Chan was one of his main students. Something I don't know exactly what the whole story is yet, but
Jeez.
it's pretty bad. And they're going to train a new guy, a new Karate Kid.
What are they gonna do? Like every fucking if they want to make a spin-off, Miyagi's gonna have some long lost kid or something now.
Well, the reason
Miyagi
I
was
want to go
banging
see
everybody, and Miyagi wasn't as great as
well,
everyone says he was.
the first Karate Kid and the second Karate Kid were excellent. The third one sucked, and then the Cobra Kai series started out great, the first series, and then when they were on YouTube Red, and they went woke and went to Netflix, and then it sucked. So I
Yeah,
just lost interest. But then I watched the trailer to this new movie, and I'm like, fuck, they're going back. It's finally this is like real shit again. So I can't wait to see it. It looks good. It looks really good.
My son wants to go watch the last movie of Mission Impossible, which I can't stand.
yeah.
I've never seen any of those, but I have seen trailers for it. Gerard's right. The Pope of Greenwich Village, that's a good one too. I like that one. See, that one's
Miyagi.
got fucking soul to it. It's a vibe. Miyagi, what?
Miyagi was a man whore.
I love
Miyagi's got,
Mr.
yeah,
Miyagi.
yeah. Miyagi's got about 7 kids he never knew about.
Pat, Pat, the real Pat Morisha, or are you talking about
Oh,
Pat
that's funny.
Morisha? He was fucking
He's
great.
dead. He's dead now, isn't he?
Yeah, he died in 2010.
Okay.
Yep,
Oh
that was
Lord.
Pat. That was a great movie, the first Karate Kid.
Yes. It was.
Yes.
That was the
2019.
80s too, right? Osada, definitely the 80s, right?
Oh yeah, I think Karate Kid was 84, the first one.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the second one is just as good, man. And you know that guy Chosen who played, you know who Chosen was? He was the evil guy in part two,
Yeah.
Sato's nephew. He owns a sushi bar here in Seattle, and he's in the Cobra Kai series. He's fucking badass. He used to go to Muckleshoot when I worked there all the time. Have you ever
Shit.
seen 29th Street or State of Grace?
I don't think so.
I don't even know. I've never heard of those two.
Not sure.
I'm not a big mob movie guy, but I'll check them out. So
Uh,
where are you headed to right now?
I got an appointment right now.
The Sicilian is a great
Literally
movie
just I'm
too.
literally just pulling in right now.
Gotcha. What's that, Don?
If you like mafia movies and all that, The Sicilian is a great movie.
Um, I'm not into mob movies. I mean, I'm sure all you guys have seen all the mob movies. Most of the people in the chat have probably seen them all.
I'd rather watch something which is action packed, but not over the top.
Hey Don, that reminds me. Have you seen the movie The Accountant yet with Ben Affleck?
Yes.
It's pretty good. I want to see the second one. My wife and I were going to go Friday and see it, but our plans fell through.
Which second one? Is there a second one?
There's a second one, Accountant 2. Yeah, it's out in theaters.
Okay. With Ben Affleck or?
Yeah, same characters.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, is he still married to J-Lo?
No, they broke
Nah.
up. I think he
Oh,
I think he broke it off with her because the whole Diddy stuff about to come out or that came out or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
think
think
they
they're
told him
all.
to
Yeah,
leave her or something.
yep, Melinda Gates. That's why she divorced Bill, and I believe that's why Michelle is did that podcast.
Oh, speaking of Diddy, apparently Joe Rogan went into the courts and presented some information and all that because of the people that go on his podcast.
Oh, I don't know about that. I just
I
heard
don't
him
know. I have
saying
no
that
idea.
a lot of his friends are on that list. Darnell and Chappelle and a list of others.
I'll have to check
Doesn't
those
mean they
movies.
fucking.
Yeah.
Who isn't on it? That's the thing. Who's not on that list?
Oh, there's plenty of people that ain't on that list. Let's see here. 50 Cent ain't on that list. You hear him talk about Diddy? Or
Yeah, him
I've
and
been
DMX?
talking
Eminem.
about that for
Exactly.
years.
Yeah,
Eminem is
DMX.
not on the list.
Yeah,
Nope.
but Eminem's a fucking piece of shit. He's a fucking libtard, fucking doing ads for what's his name, Biden and all that fucking garbage. Fuck Eminem. Sorry.
No, you're good.
And Kate Williams, I think, is the other one that was not on that list.
Right. Yep.
The crazy thing is now what's his name, Dan Bongino and the other guy, Cash Patel, come out and said that, oh no, he offed him, he did what he did. You can't say the word, but like what? You guys were saying one thing, now you're just going to come. No, trust us. We looked at the document. He really did. He did it himself.
Those two flipped for
Okay.
some reason. They flipped as soon as they got put into power.
Well, either they're playing 5D chess, and hopefully that's what's going on because you can't just come out and say, "Oh, we got you," or I don't know how it works, but hope I don't. That's why I quit. That's why I got rid of my show, and I haven't looked at Twitter in I don't know how long, well over a month, because when I'm done with something, I'm done. I can't take the negativity. You know what I mean? It's just too much. You guys see how volatile I get over a farmer's market issue.
Yeah.
When it comes to politics, it's just too much.
Well, fellas, I sorry, but I have to end it right now.
It's a
I
good
have
little
to.
show.
Yeah, I have to go in. I don't want to be late.
All right,
So
well, have a
Cool.
good one.
yeah, thanks for
Have a
coming
good
up,
night.
gentlemen.
See you
Peace
later.
out.
All right, see ya. All right, everybody. Just a quick 42.5 minute show. That's all I got for today. So maybe I'll try to get on tomorrow, either my normal time very early or probably this time. So we'll see. So guys, have a great day. Welcome back to work, and I'll see you guys soon. Michael Corleone says this, he says that.